Hey there, and a great big howdy hi from Trout Fishing America in the wilds of West Fork, Arkansas. Keith and I were having a philosophical discussion about right notes and wrong notes. There's a couple guys on the internet, Victor Wooten being my favorite, and the other guy's a great guitar player.
Mancuso, we don't know his first name.
Yeah, I think it's Mancuso. Who knows? Anyway, they were saying that there is no such thing as wrong notes. And both Keith and I have experienced severely wrong notes in our lifetime.
I'm telling you, I understand that theoretically there are no wrong notes. It's how you resolve it. It's like with juggling. You drop. You're going to drop. It's okay. The show is sometimes not as good if you don't drop. It's how you pick up. Much like life. It's very philosophical, don't you think?
Life is very philosophical. That's what I always thought. Life is so philosophical.
Welcome to Lunch with Trout.
What you eating?
What are you having for lunch? Where are you listening from? I love reading comments, so please keep them coming whenever.
You know what I'm having for lunch?
What are you having for
lunch? I'm
lunch?
having a Philly cheesesteak sandwich on Dave's thin sliced wheat bread. There's half a steak left over from dinner last night. I'm going to cut it like razor thin. And I'm going to put some onions in the pan, fry the onions, then drop the thin slices of steak in the pan.
If he starts talking about food.
And then take some provolone cheese and put it on top. I turn off the burner, right? Then I drop the provolone cheese on. I spread the mayonnaise. And I put it all on the bread. Man, it's almost, the bread is kind of a loser bread, but other than that, it's good. Let's play some music.
I don't know what I'm going to have, but it's going to involve tomatoes, I can assure you.
All right, 2, 3.
The leaves are full of paint. There's a riot in the cornfield by the silo. Crows are on the table and the cars who wash your grain, while fences fall like hands around the land. Past folks on the front porch with babies on their knees. The dogs began the dash, began to sing, and each moment brings me closer. And before the night is over, I will open my front door. There's silence from the squad car, sirens on the street. I hear music from the idle lighted doorway. Sweet comfort in the cottage, there's a pillow for my head, with foggy dreams of blackberry tattoos. But nothing can deter me. There's an apple in my shoe. The coffee in my brain begins to sing. And each moment brings me closer. And before the night is over, I will open my front door. All roads lead to my house. Even roads I've never known. When I'm backing out my driveway, I'm just taking the scenic round home. La 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 la. Everybody now. La 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 la. Ah, the grass is getting greener. I'm on the other side. Bridges cross Lake Tees are all behind me. I'm bringing home the bacon and I'm baby bumblebees. I'm bowing, taking exit down my street. And the rain is gently falling. I see the front porch light. The keys in my ignition start to sing. And each moment brings me closer. And before the night is over, I will open my front door. Each moment brings me closer. And before the night is over, I will open my front door. remember. What do you remember about writing that song?
We were driving in our red Ford pickup truck, Robert. Red Ford, we were in Canada. And we were out in the middle of nowhere, going from somewhere to nowhere. And
Eventually home.
Keith got really excited. He says, man, I got it. I'm writing a song. I said, man, I can't listen to you right now because I'm also writing a song. Now, Keith was writing words, and I was writing music in my head. I was hearing fado music from Portugal, which is one of the things I grew up listening to. Keith was finding something lyrically that was really lovely.
It was just a travel log. I had all these words just of pictures of things on the road. There's a phrase there, the dogs upon the dash begin to sing. That refers to the Polka Dogs, a band up in Canada that we really enjoyed, and somebody had given us their cassette tape, and I was playing the Polka Dogs. Now, whatever it means to you, it still means that, whatever it means to you. But that's where it originally came from. I had all these ideas, and Ezra said, man, we could put this music together, this music and your words, but you have to have something that ties it together. Remember that? Because I just had all these words. He said, what is it about? And I said, it's about going home, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of, each moment brings me closer. Before the night is over, I will open my front door. 6
days on the road, I'm going to make it home all right.
Exactly. It's like
Trout style.
Yeah, done Trout style.
So earlier this week, Keith came over and he had a DVD that had a folded up piece of paper in it. It was the cover of the very first video that Trout Fishing in America made. And he didn't have a DVD player to play it. And
well, it was a VHS originally, and this was a DVD of the VHS.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got it. I don't know where it came from, but it was in a drawer somewhere.
So I went up later that day and just started listening to it, and this next song popped up. I thought, man, I really like that song. You were asking me, Keith, you were saying, Ezra, what kind of music is this? I don't know.
We don't know. We're listening to the music we did back in the 80s and 90s and stuff like that, and it's hard to define what that was.
What kind of music is this,
You
folks?
tell me. Anyway, here's a song called The Trees in the Forest.
1, 2, 3, 4.
When I was 6, when I was 7, when I was 14, they sat behind that desk and asked the question about the sound of a tree falling in the forest. I didn't care, I wouldn't guess. I couldn't figure it out, but they never took their own test about the sound of a tree falling all by itself in the forest. I couldn't answer that question with any logic. Didn't work out that way. Living my years with my emotion, I think I have my answer now. When a man goes down, a man goes under, a man falls out, and nobody notices the repercussion of that sound will be reflected in the eyes of every stranger you meet. So look around, cause it affects you, and it becomes you, or whether you know it or not. It asks questions with no answers, and there's a loud it with their logic. Didn't work out that way. Living my years with my emotion, I think I have my answer now. When a man goes down, hey, a man goes under. A man falls out, and nobody notices. Nobody notices. Can you hear it? Can you hear it now? It's just the sound of a tree falling in the forest. Can you feel it? Can you feel the pulse? It's just the passing of the people who don't make any difference. Yeah, yeah, can you feel it? Can you feel it now? It's just the sound of the trees falling in the forest. Oh no, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel the pulse? Feel the pulse? It's just the passing of the people who don't make a difference.
So where are you when you're playing that song, Keith? What are you listening to? Where are you? Where are you playing?
I was, you know, I don't, we talked about that yesterday, but that time I was at the Red River Revel. I was at the Red River Revel, and some friends of ours were there at the Revel. It was a band called Schwartz LaFonts. And Steve Carter and Dennis
Evans,
Ed Loftus,
yes,
and Doug Franz. Those guys were there, and we had a new song. And this song we were playing, and I thought it was so important and powerful, and I loved playing it. A lot of times I pick somebody or something out to play for, even if they're not there. I just play for somebody, and I was playing that for those guys.
When we first started playing together, I was stressing to Keith how important it was for us to make contact with the audience. You got to look him in the eye. You got to talk to him. You got to speak to him. Keith was very, very shy. He had his own method for engaging the audience.
It first taught me to open my eyes when I'm playing, so that was the first problem. But then if I open my eyes, I saw these people and stuff, or empty chairs in some cases. But I saw these people and stuff, so what I would do is I would stare at the exit sign at the back of the room, so everybody there thought maybe I was looking at the person behind them or something, you know, but I was really looking at the exit sign just so I could learn to keep my eyes open. You got to learn these things. Let's see. We're going way back, and folks, we normally try to present something new and something old and everything. And in between here with Lunch with Trout, we ain't coming anywhere near new.
I know where I am for this song.
Where are you for this?
I'm in George's Majestic Lounge. Somebody has asked for a slow dance at George's Majestic Lounge on Dixon Street, and we played this.
Well, I'm at the Green Mesquite Barbecue in Austin, Texas.
It's not time to make a change. Just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to learn. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you found something's going on. So your time, think a lot, think of everything you've got, 'cause you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not.
How can I try to explain when I do he turns away again? It's always been the same old story. From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go.
It's not
Away.
time to make a change.
Away.
Just relax,
Away.
take it slowly. You're still young, that's your fault.
No,
There's so much you
I
have
have
to
to
go
make
through.
this
Stand
decision
still, settle down. If you
alone.
want, you can marry. Look at me,
No,
I am old, but I'm happy.
all the times that I've cried, keeping all the things I knew inside is hard,
Why
but then
must
to ignore them.
go and make this
If they were right,
decision?
I'd agree, but it's them they know, not me. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. Okay, so now that, of course, was Cat Stevens' song, Father and Son. And Ezra was singing the part of the father because he's large.
And older.
And as I used to say, I'm singing the part of the son because I'm bright. But it doesn't work anymore. Okay, so I'm at Green Mesquite, and this woman comes up to me, and she's bright, shiny face, and she says, I understand you're doing one of my songs. And I looked at her, and she said, you know, the day the bass players took over the world. And I said, are you Pearly Gates? And she said, no, I'm Emily Gates. So that was how I met Emily Cates right there. A guy with Schwantz Fonts had given me a cassette tape
That's exactly right.
of Emily Cates and
Pearly Gates.
Pearly Gates. And I didn't know who was who because it was a bootleg tape. But anyway, Emily was there that day, and she sat down to listen to us play, and we started playing Father and Son. And I looked at, and I just happened to look out there. She was sitting in the back near the exit sign, very close to the exit sign. And I looked out there, and she was singing along on this Cat Stevens song. I loved Cat Stevens. She was singing along, and not only that, when we got to the descant part, the little background part, she sang the descant part. And my heart immediately left. I mean, yes. And she gave me a cassette and said that we needed to give a listen and see if there was any other songs of hers that we might like to do. I remember.
We were staying at my mom's house. Keith was reluctant to come in and hang with my mom, so he was out in the red truck in the bed listening to Emily's cassette, and then he came busting into the door. Ezra, you got to hear this song. We got to do this song. This is the song that Keith came in so excited about. The Pico de Gallo, you ought to give it a try, yo. Even if you're from Ohio, it'll get you by, yo. Don't get it in your eye, yo, unless you want to cry, yo. So come on, don't be shy, yo. It's a Pico de Gallo. It's got jalapenos. I reckon y'all have seen those. They're kinda hot for gringos and probably flamingos. Add some tomatillos, onions and cilantro, lime juice and tomato. You got Pico de Gallo.
get you by, yo. Don't get it in your eye, yo. Unless you wanna cry, yo. So come on, don't be shy, yo. It's a Pico that guy, yo. La 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 la. That's hard.
It was Cinco de Mayo. I was down on the bayou with my good friend Venus. We were watching Hawaii. She wanted some French or maybe apple. And I said, why, oh, why, yo? Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo. You ought to give it a try, yo. Even if you're from Ontario, it'll get you by, yo. Don't get it in your eye, yo. Unless you wanna cry, yo. So come on, don't be shy, yo. So Pico de Gallo. So come on, don't be shy, yo. So Pico de Gallo.
That reminds me of inappropriate things for different media. For instance, ages ago, we were doing a radio broadcast at Texas A&M, and we decided we would juggle on the radio, which just is stupid.
Now, I thought it was so cool. And I'm juggling, and I dropped. And he says to everybody, oh, he just dropped. And it's like, you didn't have to tell them that. They can't see that. You could just describe this fantastic thing that I'm doing, not doing.
Yeah.
But he was too honest, even on the radio.
And then it was a few years later, we were playing on Mountain Stage with Lady Smith, Black Mombasa. And they had this great song. And in front of a live audience that could actually see what was going on, they went into this long dance routine that was just mind-boggling. It was beautiful. Everybody would come up and do a different dance. But I was thinking to myself, this is radio. Nobody's going to see this. All they hear is this same pattern of music going on and on and on and on and on and on. And so singing along with Pico de Gallo was kind of like the wrong medium. What are we doing next? Ah.
We're going to go way back here. We're staying way back, folks. This wasn't originally on it. We got a little 8 songs to play for you here. Let's see. Did I ever come up with a question? Where are you? What are you having for lunch? We need a good philosophical question. Does anybody have a question they'd like to throw out? It can't be political.
If a tree falls in the forest.
Okay, let's have a vote. If a tree falls in the forest and there's no one to hear it, does it make any sound? Cast your votes now. We'll count them up, and I'll let you know who wins later on in our next newsletter.
And the other question is, if a band sets up in a nightclub and nobody shows up, but they play anyway,
do they still get paid?
All right.
Boy, this one goes way back to the driving days. Man, I think I'm somewhere between Shreveport and Houston, somewhere in that East Texas area, where, what was that place where that sheriff was always giving tickets out?
Oh, man, that's way further along down the line. It was, he went on a hunger strike. It was just outside of Houston. Splendora, Texas. Splendora, Texas, the sheriff was giving out tickets. So much that the state of Texas interceded and told him he could no longer write tickets, at which point he went on a hunger strike.
I think it wasn't Splendora. It was close to
Splendora. Oh, that's right, Splendora. I wanted to write a song that included Splendora as the main character's name. She drove a fast car, and he was in love with her. The sheriff that went on strike was in love with her, and then she died of spontaneous combustion. And I think the spontaneous combustion thing Kept the song
That
forever
was
living.
jumped the shark for me. It's just too much. No, can't do it. So we wrote this one instead.
I've been way off track. 2, 3, 4. Patton Village.
That's right, Patton Village. This is for you, Patton Village. Saw a shooting star from a rumbling car. Started wondering how and where you are. Wish I might. Wish I was with you tonight. I tell myself, you just go to sleep. Crowd doesn't pay, but the bargain's not cheap. Campfire embers burn like city lights. 12 bartenders get the blues at night. And I'm serious about you, yeah. Serious about you. I'm serious about you. Yeah, I'm serious about you. Inside a cab, 2 old men writing letters that they'll never send. Another road, another day, another string of Christmas lights. And I'm serious about you. Yeah, I'm serious about you. I'm serious about you. Yeah, I'm serious about you. Fireworks against you. Slow burn candles in the night. Fireworks within you. Serious about you. Hey, I'm serious about you. Fireworks against you. Slow burning candles in the night. Fireworks within you. Oh, serious about you. Yeah, I'm serious about you. I lost my change in a telephone. I called for you, but your machine was on. I said I love you, said I care, said I wish I was with you there. Said I'm serious about you, yeah, I'm serious about you. I'm serious about you, yeah, I'm serious about you. Serious about you. Girl, I'm crazy about you. So that little bit, Crazy About You there, was added on later after the song was written. Somebody who came to see us a lot, I can't even remember who it was, but said, requested that song, Crazy About You. And I was like, I don't know a song called Crazy About You. No, you do it all the time. You wrote it, Crazy About You, no Crazy About You. I finally figured out what they were talking about, Serious About You. So just for their benefit, a little thumb, it's like, Crazy About You.
Here's another little side story about people misinterpreting things. Forever and ever, we played Ode to Big Blue by Gordon Lightfoot. That was the song we played. The only Gordon Lightfoot song that we played. And this guy came in, be half drunk, and he walked up and said, "Play the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald." I said, "No, we don't play the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald. We play what we do." He says, "No, I heard you play it last week. Play the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald." Yeah, we really don't. Hey, Keith, come here. Do we play the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald? No, we don't. We play Ode to Big Blue. I said, "Yes, you do. You play." Keith said, "Well, here's my wife, Beth. Here's my wife. Ask her. Do they play the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald?" "Sure, they do it all the time."
Sure they did. All the time, she said, and walked away.
But
Yep. Anyway, let's see. I was trying to see some things. Let's see. Who all do we have here? We have Lisa's here. Nancy's here. Hope is here.
hey,
Let's see.
Hope in Europe? Hope shoot
No.
different
Well,
Hope.
Hope, Underwood.
All right.
So,
All right, got you.
And Kathy Dawson, yeah. And let's see, Kathy Lindsay, yes, that's our artist friend. And it's very nice to see everybody here.
Nice.
I know you love sitting here, me looking at the phone. You probably could stare at the person across the table from you. They're sitting there looking at their phone. Oh, yes, the closed caption is hysterical. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, my God. It's where I'm going to get my new songs from. I'm going to listen to all these songs and I'm going to take off the lyrics they say I'm singing. I think it'll be wonderful. Anyway, I'll get to look at a lot of those, but you introduced the song. Did you introduce the song?
I have not. I was saving it for you.
I got to hear John Prine back in 1970 something when I was in the Houston Symphony Orchestra.
Where'd you go here?
I heard him at that theater, Tower Theater
Ah, yes, yeah.
in Houston. A friend of mine brought me over there wanting me to see a different kind of music, and I got to hear John Prine, really early John Prine, and just a guy up there with a guitar. And I was blown away, loved it. We played later at a Steak and Ale in Houston, Texas, and somebody wanted to hear us play a John Prine song, and they wanted to hear this one.
2, 3, 4. I'm going steady with iron or Betty. She's going steady with me. We receive our mail at the same mailbox. We watch the same TV. I got rug burns on my elbows. She's got them on her knees. Yeah, I'm going steady with iron or Betty. She's going steady with me. I've been picking my brains out. I've been working at the hardware store. I've been trying to keep the chicken in the window to keep away the wolf from the door. And Betty been working at the iron ore mine and bringing home men and cheese. Yeah, I'm going steady with iron ore Betty. She's going steady with me. Now I've been speaking in English. She's been speaking in English too. Yeah, we always speak the same language, and we always get it through. And I met her at a dance at the Union Hall, dancing to that AG. Yeah, I'm going steady with iron or Betty. She's going steady with me.
I saw a bunch of hearts flying up there when we started playing that one.
That was on our second vinyl album. The album was called Hot to Trout.
Came out in?
No idea.
Oh, come on.
Zero idea. You're asking the wrong guy.
1980.
No idea, too. Okay,
Dude,
too. What color was it? I'm colorblind, too.
Hey,
What?
why don't you tell them about it? I got something I can go show them.
Okay.
I'll
you're
go
gonna
get
show
it and
something?
bring it in here.
All right. You go get it and bring it in here.
I'll get it and show it to her.
That album, our second album, included Rom Rosenblum. Lovely, lovely keyboard player, crazy performer. Also included Orville Strickland. Neither of those guys are with us any longer.
Where
They're
did you
passed.
put it?
Try the ISO booth. I think it's in there. They're both gone. Some really great, stellar players on that album. If you could ever find it on eBay, it'd sure be worth listening to. There's some really good stuff on there. Have you found it? Yes, you did. Now, your job is to walk it up front.
Is that good? There it is. 1882.
82.
It's hard to even say. But as you can see, there's the three of us there. There's Ezra's. He's the big fish in the middle, in case you were wondering. Anyway, I thought it was pretty cool.
It was. It was fun. We started our record label, I guess it was at 81. Was that when 1980. We started Trout Records in 1980. We had been with another band, and that band's goal was to get signed. And when that band broke up, after not being signed, Keith and I put together this little duo, and we thought, man, making a record can't be that hard. And so we went into our booking agent's recording studio and blew it up about twice.
Blew it up. Blew up the entire recording studio twice. How hard can it be?
And then got it put out, and that was called Trout Fishing in America, You Bore Me to Death. On vinyl. We put it out on vinyl, and then we put out Hot to Trout right after that, and I guess in 82, and then we left town. Anywhere people would know us that would want to buy our album, they were not anywhere near us. I'm just going on and on. I'm having a good time.
That's all right. That's
Stop
all
it.
right. I needed you to fill some time here while I went and found that picture. I really like that. Somebody sent that to us?
Yeah. That was Carol sent that to me.
Awesome.
Who's married. Her last name is eluding me at the moment, but she's a friend that we've had for. She used to drive a Corvette Stingray.
Sutton.
Carol Sutton, thank you so much. Carol Sutton, that was her last name. Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay.
Thank you, Carol. If you're watching,
She's not.
she's got better things to do for lunch.
Anyway, let's do another oldie. We got two more songs to play for you. And we're going to get sort of newer, but nothing's going to get new.
No, we're not this getting it.
There we go.
Shall we?
Yep.
2, 3, 4.
Well, I pitched my tent for the night with no time for second guesses in these dark and tender woods. Whatever we are the choices. They become us when we choose. We become them win or lose. Am I crazy or just crazy about it? I'd already had enough. Guess it's not enough to matter. Crazy or just crazy about it? I don't know. Oh, you can trust that lightning. Yeah, but it sure does look fine. No, you can't trust that lightning. Still, you take the chances one more time. When I see that look in her eye, boulders turn to gravel, gravel turns to sand. She gets a chicken fat smile on her face, and I'm just a big bowl of gravy dancing in her hand. Am I crazy or just crazy about it? Make a wish and die for cover. If you survive it, make another. Crazy just crazy about? I don't know. Oh, you can't trust that light. Yeah, it sure does look fine. Oh, you can't trust that light. Please take your chances one more time. Do we learn from our mistakes? I surely hope not. Takes all the fun out of making them again. And if you listen to the warnings, you can die from the boredom. Safety is the hazard where it never was my friend. No, it never was my friend. You can't trust that light. Well, I pitched my tent for the night, with no time for second guesses in these dark and tender woods. Whatever we are the choices. They become us when we choose. We become them, win or lose. Am I crazy or just crazy about it? Make a wish and die forever. If you survive it, make another. Crazy or just crazy about it? Oh, you can't trust that light. Yeah, but it sure does feel fine. You can't trust that light. Still you take the chances time after time. Mistakes, I surely hope not. Takes all the fun out of making them again. And if you listen to the warnings, you can't die from the boredom. Safety is the hazard. Well, it never was my friend. No, it never was my friend. You can't trust that man. No, 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 no. So what kind of music is that? I don't know. I believe that came out in about 96 or so, something like that. Mid-90s. I'm just guessing.
I remember playing that at the Monkey Duck in Houston.
You did?
And I remember being so pleased because I don't know what kind of music it is either. And I was thinking, we wrote this, and this is something that neither one of us expected. Music is an architecture that we create that has no support other than the sound. It's just so ephemeral. It comes and it goes. These songs are constructed and they're built, and we throw them out in the world, and there they are. And either they stay in your head or they don't. But it just amazes me how you start with some sort of foundation, and you never know how it's going to finish up.
We're starting to look at the fact that Ezra and I will have been, in 2026, midway, we'll make 50 years that we've been playing music together. We started in 1976. That's a lot of years. And
Coming up on 50.
50. So, yeah, 50 years.
It'll be our golden anniversary. You should send us some gold.
That's right. What would we do with it?
Eat it. You know, we played this bar in
we drank it.
Port Aransas, Texas, and they had schnapps with gold leaf floating in it. They'd shake it thing up and they'd pour it in. It kind of looked like a snow globe with gold, and you'd shoot it. And who knows? Drinking heavy metals doesn't seem particularly smart, does it?
It doesn't. But we did. We drank heavy metals and...
We never played it.
Okay, let's finish up. We're going to go back to an album called It's a Puzzle. And I believe that came out in 2003.
We wrote this with our producer back then. His name was Fred Bogert. We all wrote this song together. A song called Isn't It a Puzzle? What you
Goldslager. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was.
My ex-representative has gold bars in their closet. Hey, Ezra, where did you get the cool hat?
My sister went to Guatemala and bought this hat for me. That's where I got this cool hat. I'm being given trouble because it's kind of getting ratty up here, right? But I think, just like the jeans that you buy with holes in it and stuff, I think it's meant to be this way.
Really?
I do.
Okay.
At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Here we go. This is our last song of the set. Thank you for joining us for Lunch with Trout.
1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it a puzzle that an Isabel was in the middle of a muddle that'll trickle to a flood? Don't let the rain go and drizzle on your muzzle. It's a puzzle that an Isabel was. Just a puzzle that an Isabel was. Do you want to know why I want to go to Idaho? I got to go to Idaho. I hadn't been there. It's excuses and saying it's no use. It keeps us from getting anywhere. Oh, isn't it a puzzle that an Isabel was in the middle of a muddle, it'll trickle to a flood. Don't let the rain go and drizzle on your muzzle. It's a puzzle that an Isabel was. Just a puzzle that an Isabel was. Till it isn't, and then it was, once was and is, back when it was. You can't be counting every second, but if you make sure that every second counts, maybe might be and is in a second. Can you figure that out? Said here's a neat puzzle that an Isabel was in the middle of a muddle that'll trickle to a flood. Don't let the rain go and drizzle on your muzzle. It's a puzzle that an Isabel was. Just a puzzle that an Isabel was. Is, till it isn't, and then it was, once was and is, back when it was. You can't be counting every second, but if you make sure that every second counts, maybe might be and is in a second. Have you figured that out yet? How isn't it a puzzle that an Isabel was in the middle of a muddle that'll trickle to a flood? Don't let the rain go and drizzle on your muzzle. It's a puzzle that an Isabel was. Just a puzzle that an Isabel was. Well, this is fun, and this was fun. And it will be fun.
The next time.
When is the next time?
I will tell you this. Next Thursday, we're not going to be doing Lunch with Trout. We're going to be doing the Taos, the Michael Hearn's Big Barn Dance Music Festival on Thursday, September the 5th. September 5, we'll be there in Taos, New Mexico. The following week, let's see, 5 plus 7 is 12. I bet we'll be back here doing another Lunch with Trout on September 12th. And then the next one is September 19th. That's my birthday. Speaking of birthdays, the day before we leave for the Taos, that's, I believe, when my third grandchild is going to be born. Wow. Yeah. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing you wherever I see you next, whoever you are. I'm going to go and read these. Susan will show me how to do it. And thank you, Susan. Our wrangler's back over there. And thank you for being here.
I feel the same way. What he said.